Welcome to Maf Garage, guys. So, the progress has kept going with the suspension. So, as you guys saw, I was polishing off and doing all the other things. But it got to a point where I had the rubbers on the chassis mounts, and I didn't know this originally, but they were one piece in the sense that the rubber was laminated onto the actual chassis mount. So I've had to take them back down to Fulcrum, and no, I'm not going to Brisbane Fulcrum, no, I'm just going to my local one here at Gladstone. They've already been taking care of the rubber, and we're going to go pick them up right now and bring them back home, and we'll get to the next part, which is finishing off the painting and prepping the parts once and for all. As you can see here, we've got a bit of hive of activity. The old man's working on the Hilux, and I'm working in there. And we're rolling away because I've just put down the handbrake. I've had to turn on the car, otherwise we'll have a lock. Reverse it back out, and let's go. So, here is the other side of the chassis mount. I'm going to bring this in as we go on and show you guys what's up. So, my problem was right here. We had rubber all over that. And we had a crush pin, so obviously we had to try and remove it, but the only way I could remove it was with oxyacetylene. I don't have an oxy here at the Maf Garage, so thank you to the boys at Fulcrum once again for coming to my rescue and melting the rubber out. So now that's ready for my new set. So these are the ones that are supposed to go on here. Get out. So we've got the two there. One goes in here on this side. So one goes in here, and we're going to have to squeeze that on because you can see it's a pretty tight fit there. So you've got that, and then you've got on the other side here, I'll flip this around, and then that one goes in like that, and in between that, I'm trying to pull these things out. Come on. Joys of doing things one-handed, boys and girls. There we go. Here's our crush pin. So that is, well, actually, it's the other way around. So that's got to go in. Okay. So that goes through all the way on the other side. We're going to push that through just to give it a little bit of a workout. But what will happen, push this down, this will go on top of that, and that'll end up being one unit. Get on there like that, and that'll be one unit like that in between there. So you can see there, so we're going to have the crush pin, everything else pressed against that, and that is pretty much the bushing's done. And then obviously we put that through, like we put this end through the crush tube here, and bolt that up and put that back on the Crustida. So I'll go and get the other one in the meantime. Now, lesson learnt for myself on this for next time. I had no problems with that, but with this one, because I was cleaning that up, I've now got some discoloration there and some burn. So that is a little bit annoying. I mean, it's not too much of a drama. Worst case scenario, I just repaint it. So it brings me back to the three colours that I was looking at and choosing from. Ideally, I would have liked to have had this all polished metal. It would have been really sweet for show spec. But for street spec and for mod plating and stuff like that, it's best if I get this painted properly and primed and everything else. So rather than sitting gas back here, I'll get this other one done and get these other two rods back in and the bushings in, and we should be good to put this and the sway bar back on, and we can start piecing the car back together on the front end. Yay for me. So we've done some more cleanup and fixed everything that was inside those bushes. So they've completely removed on both of these and cleaned out on the inside. And as you can see, both of these are now back to metal. So since the chassis bits are done and the rod here is done and pretty much everything else is prepped, you can see there. I'm going to show you guys what I'm up to. We have started painting. So we've just got the washer for the rod, as well as the rod here. It's already taped up, hanging off my little painting stick off the garage. So we've already hit it with a couple of coats of primer, letting it dry right now. And next time I come back to you, I'll show you guys the finished product. So here we have it, folks. Nice and painted in Ford Shockwave. So I'll let this dry and then I'll head off to the shop and go get some more clear coat and finish this off, and then I can place it next to the other rod and you can see the difference between fully painted and fully metal. And I'll also bring up the previous photo of when we first pulled it off the Crustida. What a transformation. And here it is, fully clear coated. Look at that wet shine on it. That just looks gorgeous. And here's the arm fully finished versus the other one that's about to be painted. And as you can see, these arms are idiot proof. You've got the L there for left side, and I've already painted the right side. And then it's the same on these. If I flip this over, just burn there, you see an L. And the same thing here, we've got an R. So these things are pretty idiot proof. Even a brain dead muppet like me can put this car together. So I just jumped in the car to go pick up the boy, and look at the odometer. 111111111111111111111. You'll never see that again. Jeez. So we're going to start this morning with a little bit of a demonstration of what things can go wrong. This is orange metal cast. That is not orange, as you can see. So keep in mind, if you're going to be using this paint, always use a white primer, because if you don't, you're going to have some bad results. Complete colour changes, and yeah, that is definitely not an orange. So I was trying to be cheeky and do some imitation copper washes, but instead I'm just going to take this back and put it back to blue like I did with the rod. As you can see, whoop, dropped it. Already started taking it back, so I'll finish this off and redo it. Alright, we've taken that back, so now we're going to restart painting it. So here it is, re-primered. As you can see, the couple circles, just tapped it away just so there's no fingerprints from me grabbing it. So I just grabbed it from underneath, something like that, then just patted it out of the way. So let this dry, then I can put the colour on. Thought I'd throw in the other brackets and bolts too, or nuts too, I should say. So that one's been painted, that one's been done on both sides, and that one's completely dried. So this is the situation we're at the moment. I've got 18 days to get this front end completed and put back onto the Crustida, and to get Crustida in the Maf Garage. I've got cyclone season coming up, and that means day after day after day of rain just bucketing down on me for about 3 to 4 months. I can't work on the engine while that's happening. So if I can't get in the garage, it's game over for me. So this is a real time crunch for me now. I'm getting a little bit desperate, a little bit worried, but I'm persevering. I've got the 2 chassis mounts here. I've just taped them up. I've got 1 trailing arm left, and then I've got the ball joints. So yeah, I'm really against it with the time. And also I've got the strut towers too. So I've got two chassis mounts, 1 trailing arm, 2 struts, basically 2 wheel bearings, or wheel hubs I should say, and 2 ball joints. So yeah, that's 9 things I've got to get done in 18 days. So wish me luck, fellas. I really need this. And here we have the chassis mounts done. So they're fully primed. Same with this one here, it's just drying off. And then I'm going to be adding this satin black and then the top coat. So that'll be done. And then we've got 1 more rod to do, because on this one we are finished. There we go. Compare that to what it was when I first started. That is a world of difference. So right now, I'm just installing a new driver for the old man for his PC while he's down in Brisbane. That way his RX 480 is back up to spec. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm waiting for the last bits to dry. So these 2 washers here I completely forgot were still on the rubbers and needed to be used, so I ended up taking them down to fulcrum, getting them burnt off, and as you can see, polished them back and primed them already, so all I have to do is paint and put the clear coat on and they'll be all completed. If you think I'm not putting the effort in with this, every single bit has been done. To show you how much effort I'm putting in, even the insides of these little nuts have been sticky taped just to make sure I haven't got clear coat on the threads. Same with this one. Every piece has been treated the same way. You can see the ends here, you can see the ends there, and then you compare it to what that is when it's off. So all I've got to do is wait for this to be dried, painted and cleared, and then I can fit them on and fit them onto these two chassis mounts that are primed and painted. And I'm not going to worry about clear coating them because they're going under the goddamn car, so unless you want me to win a top 60 award, it's not happening. You can see here, big difference. Now, since that's all finished, I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing with this. In my freezer here, right down the bottom, I have frozen bushings. Why have you got frozen bushings, Marv? Well, the reason I've got frozen bushings is simple thing of thermodynamics. Hot things expand, cold things contract. If I make this cold enough, it'll slide into the bushings nice and easy, and it'll make it less of a problem for me to get in there. Although I'm also using grease, so that's going to make it easy as well. But that combined with the grease should allow the bushings to go straight into the bushing hole there, and then I can connect these tie rod ends and finally pull the sway bar out of its little protective coating that I showed you guys last episode. So everything is coming together. Right now, I'm going to leave you guys be because the rest of this day is going to be busy. I've still got to upload this particular episode you're watching right now. So I've got a lot of work to do this afternoon. And then I've got to get this all up before I go on to overtaking lane tonight at 7:30. And that's 7:30 Queensland time, 8:30 Sydney time. But I'll be on there doing my usual trivia challenge, going for my 4th week. And if I make it to 8 weeks, I'll get a t-shirt. If I make it to 16 weeks, I'll get my laps in my Lambo. Let's hope I can do that. But anyway, in the meantime, guys, this is the Maf Garage. Peace.